Orange Baby.
Fresh, safe water, guaranteed. Call Norway Springs today.
19 News at 6 and 11, weeknights on WZMQ 19.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, it's Election Day. We'll see how the turnout was how it was like around the UP, starting with Marquette County. We'll also hear some of the key items on the ballot. Plus, Gwinn Public Schools is once again looking to pass a new bond proposal. We're live with the details on the funding they're seeking. And we're also in Delta County to see how many people were coming out to vote today. Your 19 News at 6 starts now.
Live from the UP. This is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
Kelly, good evening. I have a bad feeling we're going to be cooling down quite a bit here coming up.
Kevin, you always have some sort of comment about what you think about the weather, and you're right a lot of the times, okay? You need to maybe look into a side hobby or something. Yeah, it's going to get a bit colder out there, but it's still overall a nice evening for tonight. That will hold off. We do see a little bit of some light drizzles here on our Doppler Max radar. Let me get that image for you right here. So we are going to see a little bit of that throughout this evening, but shouldn't be too much of an issue. Right now, temperatures into the mid-40s, and we'll start to see those dip down into the lower 40s as we start to see some heavier showers pushing into the overnight and into your morning commute tomorrow. I'll break down everything you need to know coming up in just a few minutes.
Kelly, thank you very much. It's Election Day across the UP. Voters in Marquette County visited their polling stations today, bubbling their decisions for city officials, bond proposals, and more. Our own Andrew Hands is standing by in the studio with more on what some of the county looked like. Andrew, good evening. What can you tell us?
Thanks, Kevin. Marquette's YMCA and Barrica gymnasiums split the city's precincts today. Across the area, votes are being made in two nonpartisan sections. This includes 3 candidates running for 2 city commission seats and 3 candidates running for 1 seat on the Marquette Board of Light and Power. Although this is an off year for elections, chairs at both Marquette locations said a large amount of voters had already come through their precincts by the early afternoon.
We're at about 106 for precinct number 4, and that's pretty good for a small election, but they are important because this is what runs your city.
They're often a lot quieter, but the overall turnout has been really positive. Voters just trickling in throughout the day.
The city of Negaunee also voted on 2 city council members, as well as the city of Ishpeming, on a bond proposal for its public schools. We spoke to a precinct chairperson in the city of Ishpeming who says they received more absentee ballots this time around, and how the odd years serve as good practice for poll workers.
It's always a challenge. We'd like to see as many people exercise their right to vote. We're excited for whoever comes. It's a good practice for us to be very ready for the larger elections. We've had just over 600 absentee turn-ins, so that's good, but we would have loved to have seen more people for this election cycle.
Latest on these election results tonight at 11:10 Central. Kevin, back to you.
Andrew, thank you very much. The Gwinn Area Community School District is once again asking voters to approve a bond proposal. Our own John Truitt is live at the polls to tell us what's in the proposal and how turnout has been. John, good evening. How have things been so far?
Hi, Kevin. The turnout has been pretty good. Since I got here about an hour ago, it's been a steady stream of voters. Everybody seems to really care about their school system. The vote tonight is a little different from the ask that they made in May. Back then, they asked for a 3.1 mil. This time around, they're asking for 4.68 mils, which translates to about $48 million. The money is needed for vital infrastructure repairs. The roof is on its last leg. I spoke to Sarah Croney, the superintendent, and she said the roof is in imminent danger of collapsing. The plumbing is old and outdated and needs to be replaced. The kitchen is outdated. The kitchen is overworked because it was built for one lunch at a much smaller population, and now they're adding breakfast and a much larger number of kids are eating there. There are more efficient spaces planned. Right now, some of the infrastructure and the class structures are from the 1950s when the Air Force paid for the school to be built. They want to make smaller, more efficient spaces that lend itself to a modern curriculum. And they want spaces for construction trades and the like. They have programs where they build things for the community. They custom build saunas. You can order a sauna from the school, and right now they're backed up almost 4 years for a sauna. Anyway, I spoke to Dr. Croney earlier, and she has this message.
Children are important. Their education is paramount. Having that education in subpar facilities gives them the impression they don't matter, but they do.
This millage proposal has been in the face of the voters before. Back in May, they turned down 3.1 mills. This 468 is the whole package. Back in the last election, they tried to break it up into two portions, two different projects, and this is the whole thing, the big enchilada. It's 4.6 mills, and the school system is hoping that people will come out and support these infrastructure repairs. Back to you, Kevin.
John, thank you very much. In Delta County, voters are deciding on a city commission race and a new way to utilize old funds. Our Escanaba Bureau reporter Lily Simmons has the details from the polls.
Residents are voting on a city commission race. 3 seats are available and 4 candidates are running. Incumbents Joe Thompson and Steve O'Driscoll are looking to retain their positions, while candidates Mike O'Connor and Whitney Maloney are hoping to join the board.
In the past, we came through some hard times financially with the pension liability and the roads. The commission we had did a good job of getting through it, getting our pension back on track, and we did miles of roads. I think it's important to keep that up, so it's important who you have on the commission.
Despite the importance of the race, Election Day got off to a slow start, with about 40 voters coming in the first 4 hours.
Definitely less turnout in this type of an election, other than your typical presidential or primary type election. You have to have a say as a citizen. Our say is if you vote and express what you want. So I think they're all important, no matter how many people or what the election is for.
Turnout was similar in Escanaba, where City Council members Mark Amel, Ronald Beauchamp, and Todd Floth are running unopposed to keep their seats.
It's 11:30 right now. We've had approximately just under 40 voters, but the good thing is with those AVs, there's about 1,200. So we're hopeful that we're going to get a good collection of voters.
Also on the Escanaba ballot is a measure to change the way certain city funding is used. If passed, gas utility proceeds previously restricted to capital improvements would instead be used to reduce unfunded pension liabilities. Even though numbers aren't as high as they could be, poll workers say they're happy to be at their precincts, giving every citizen an opportunity to make their voice heard.
I love it because it's really a great way to be a part of your community. You see those same faces over and over again. You know that it's important to them, so you feel that it's important as well.
Reporting in Delta County, Lily Simmons, WZMQ 19 News.
Your first warning weather forecast is after the break. Kelly lets us know about the cool down in the UP is going to be experiencing this week. And later in sports, Mike Ludlam tells us what we know so far about the head coach and offensive coach of NMU football being put on administrative leave. We'll be right back.
New CBS Tonight.
Doc, we're looking for 2 suspects. Got away in a dark blue Dodge Caravan.
Road trip, Mike.
We are doing everything in our power to catch these criminals.
Franks couldn't even make them look human.
I love cop stuff.
The FBI's gonna take over.
What? Screw the feds and their gadgets. We're gonna do this our way.
NIS, hands up!
NCIS Origins is all new CBS Tonight, 9/8 Central, and streaming on Paramount+. Here's your WZMQ CBS This is Home Community Calendar.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show, global superstar Becky G.
Girl, it's never a dull moment with you.
Then our little mariachi singer is back.
Do you ever get nervous when you perform?
Behind stage, I'm nervous, but then when I go on the stage, I just kill it.
And she's getting a big surprise.
The Jennifer Hudson Show, tomorrow at 4 on WZMQ CBS. Followed by The Kelly Clarkson Show at 5 and 19 News at 6. Tonight's weather is brought to you by Shunk Furniture.
At Shunk's Fall Sale, with our low prices, it's a great time to redo your living room and family room at Shunk's. We give you the largest selection of sofas, love seats, and sectionals in the latest styles of fabric or leather. And reclining furniture for the family room, we got it. Reclining sofas, love seats, and sectionals, and matching recliners with power or without. Hundreds of recliners to choose from. I lowered the price on Lazy Boy recliners. They start at just $2.99. Shop Shunk's at Marquette today.
Now, WZMQ TV 19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Kelly Rowland.
Welcome back. We've been talking about that potential for things getting colder as we progress closer to the weekend, and that definitely looks like it's going to happen. So we need to start appreciating these temperatures that we have right now, still mid 40s, upper 40s, lower 50s, really comfortable night for us. Winds are nice and calm, but this is going to be much different even for tomorrow. And then, of course, as we get closer to the end of the week when we start to see this significant cool down. Doppler Max right now showing some showers kind of knocking on the door out west, and we'll definitely start to see a little bit of that rain pushing in, could give some impact to your morning commute tomorrow morning. And there are some very, very light showers happening to the southern portions of the UP and also out to the western portions. But a lot of this might not even be reaching the ground too. Radar scan gives us a very good idea, but as for actually hitting the ground with such a light green like that, you might not even be seeing any rain at the moment, but there is a higher chance of seeing rain, especially as we get to later on tonight. We'll be seeing that rain that's currently out to the west of us moving through. It's not going to be a complete torrential downpour washout for 5 hours straight, but it'll move on through. It might give you some issues if you're out late tonight and into early tomorrow morning. Then we still see the showers lingering because of the wind direction, kind of the lake effect influence happening into Thursday, but we start to taper that off, maybe a leftover shower for Thursday evening. So it'll be very spotty, it'll be very scattered, so we won't see a consistent rain total here, anywhere from a trace to maybe just above a 1/4 of an inch of rain. Still rain because it's still warm enough to support rain, but then as we get closer to the end of the week and into the weekend, we might have some of that wintry mix in here as well. But the future winds will start to all come together, be a more consistent wind direction from the northwest by Wednesday evening at about 15 to 20 miles per hour. This is also a look at your wider view and also your extended future cast. This is a look at Saturday afternoon into Sunday. This is when we're looking at that potential for some snow. Again, there's a lot that goes into a winter forecast. There could be freezing rain, sleet, kind of that wintry mix aspect of it. How much will actually stick, because it could be the first significant snowfall of the season, but it does look like it does hang around a little bit. So it's a head scratcher. It's something that I'm looking at. I'm recognizing the weather patterns because we're still 4 to 6 days out. But as we get through the rest of the week, I can start pinpointing things like the wind direction, what type of precipitation it could actually be, and some potential snow totals. So that's where I'm at. I'm always going to be completely honest with you. I'm telling you that this is a potential. It's not to scare you, but this is a good time to maybe start to get into that winter mode and make sure you have things in your car or have aspects of your car that you might need for the winter time. So with that being said, we'll start to see those temperatures cool down to the 30s by the time we get to the weekend, and the showers will start to turn to some flurries for Sunday into Monday, drying out again by this upcoming Tuesday.
Kelly, thank you again. And coming up next on Insights, we're joined by the great Jim Koski to tell us about an upcoming documentary being shown at NMU later this month. That conversation's in 2 minutes.
An official message from Medicare.
Medicare plans change from one year to the next. And this year, it's important for you to review your current coverage and compare all your options during Medicare open enrollment. Compare health plans. Compare drug coverage. Compare costs. See if you can save. And make sure your drugs are covered. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Compare plans now at Medicare.gov.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
The CBS Evening News original content.
The U.S. is short about 3,000 air traffic controllers.
Is that an effective way to train?
There's new life for the city of Youngstown.
You're letting the light back in.
The CBS Evening News.
Our home, full of beauty, energy, and opportunity. But in today's world, your business needs more than foot traffic. It needs screen traffic. That's where PowerPlay Digital comes in. Digital advertising that delivers. We bring your message to life on streaming platforms, mobile apps, websites, social media, and beyond. Reach more people, grow your brand, get results. PowerPlay Digital. Put your business in front of the eyes that matter across every screen.
We believe in patriotism. We believe in our country. For 100 years, veterans have been impacting our nation through the American Legion. Learn more at legion.org/webelieve.
You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local, with Kevin Hodge.
Welcome back, everyone. Tomorrow, NMU is set to host a screening of the upcoming Ken Burns documentary, American Revolution. Here with the details, and for the second day in a row, we have Jim Koski. Jim, we can't get enough of you.
Well, that's your fault, Kevin, I guess.
I did miss you yesterday, by the way. All right, tell us about this documentary, American Revolution.
Well, when you think of PBS, the public broadcasting system, you think of Ken Burns because he's done so many amazing documentaries over the year, everything from baseball to the Civil War. And there is a new 12-hour documentary of his coming out later on this month on the American Revolution. What with it coming up on the 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. And tomorrow night, the people at NMU Public Media are teaming up with the people at in the NMU History Department to have a little preview screening of a small portion of that documentary.
Okay, gotcha. What's your whole role in this, Jim?
I'm facilitating it, I guess. Just because apparently I know a thing or two about history.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. And so they asked if I would do it, and it actually sounds like it's going to be an interesting project anyway. Mm-hmm. When we think of the American Revolution, usually the three things that pop into your head are George Washington, Paul Revere, and Benedict Arnold. Mm-hmm. And this documentary actually deals with so much more than that. Everything from the indigenous peoples who fought at the time to how some enslaved Americans were actually set free by the British to fight for them, to the Prussian mercenaries who fought along. And so we're going to see a small part of the documentary, and then three people from NMU, Dr. Carter Wilson, who's the head of the political science department, Dr. Emily Romeo, who's an NMU history professor, and Justin Schaap, who's with the diversity office at NMU, but teaches a lot of Native American classes. They're going to share their perspectives on the whole thing.
All right, gotcha. And for people who may not be familiar with Ken Burns' work, Jim, what can you tell us about his style, about the documentaries he puts together?
Okay, Ken Burns is meticulous in what he does. He spends years with his partners researching this film, digs up archival images and footage that you've never seen before, and then tells this amazing story. And over the course of the 12 hours of this show, you learn so many things that you didn't know about the span before the Declaration was signed, you know, the battles that they fought beforehand, and then definitely the 6 years of the American Revolution, the war itself, leading up to 1783 when the colonies became free.
All right, good stuff. Jim, what should the public know if they do want to come check it out tomorrow?
It's coming up at 7 o'clock at the Northern Center. Like we said, greet everyone, show the 45-minute, it's a sizzle reel, kind of goes over the whole show. And then we'll sit down with the people who actually know what they're talking about, and they'll share their perspectives on not only what everyone just saw, but the American Revolution and the Revolutionary War in general as well.
All right, good stuff. Jim, glad to have you here. 2 days in a row.
I know. I'll
awesome.
come back tomorrow if you want.
I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
Jim, thank you very much. And tomorrow on Insights, the Michigan State Police is accepting applications for its Trooper Recruit School. We'll tell you who can apply and how great the need is for troopers in the UP. Mike is next with your look at sports. When we come back, he'll bring us the highlights from this past weekend's high school football matchup between Freeland and Escanaba. We'll be right back.
Buckle's Party Store, it's where the party starts in Calumet with an awesome beer selection featuring domestic, foreign, and craft brew beer, a great selection of wine, just about any kind of liquor you want, and a great range of tobacco products. Buckle's Party Store in Calumet, it's where the party starts for everyone.
Who's over there?
33 years old, Naval Intelligence Officer.
Looks like there's a story there.
Oh, wow, that's really nice silk. How about I just give you guys the highlights?
Everyone down!
The robbery and the murder are connected.
Genius, McGee.
Elite. Very elite.
NCIS is all new CBS tonight, 8/7 Central, and streaming on Paramount+.
Closed captioning sponsored by Range Bank of Upper Michigan.
I love pink happy babies. Lisa from Norway Springs. No matter how much you bathe them, babies bathed in untreated Upper Peninsula water seem to look a little orange to me. Water that stains sinks and bathtubs isn't doing much for your baby's skin. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Purchase or rent a whole house filtration system from us. Norway Springs, no orange babies.
Fresh, safe water, guaranteed. Call Norway Springs today.
I'm Rachel Knapp. Watch my reports live from Washington, only on 19 News.
Tonight's sports is brought to you by the Window Store.
The Window Store Home Improvement Center is your clear choice for quality products and expert installation. We have a thorough and seamless process, start to finish. From the moment you meet our friendly staff, you'll be amazed by their attention to detail. Our team of experienced professionals take pride in their work, and with our 2-year warranty on all installations, you'll have peace of mind knowing your investment is protected. Plus, we service the entire Upper Peninsula. Your clear choice is the Window Store.
Good evening, everyone. The Northern Michigan University football team will have an interim coach this weekend when the Wildcats visit Davenport. NMU head coach Shane Richardson and offensive line coach Joe Gatz have been placed on administrative leave. Reasons for the leave will not be released due to the privacy of personal matters. Billy Lindquist will serve as interim head coach for the game against Davenport. NMU defeated Roosevelt 42-21 on October 18th, but lost to Michigan Tech 56-17 and Ferris State 70-35 in the past 2 weekends. Richardson's record at NMU is 1-30. The Wildcats have given up 351 points in 9 games. That is 39 points per contest. The Wildcats celebrated their 50th anniversary of the national championship back on October 11th, retiring Steve Mariucci's number 18 jersey that day. Meanwhile, up north, Michigan Tech redshirt sophomore wide receiver Nick Nora has been named the Offensive Player of the Week in the GLIAC. The Kingsford grad recorded a career-high 3 touchdowns rushing in the 56-31 win over Roosevelt at Curley Stadium Saturday. In total, Nora rushed for 59 yards on 6 carries with a long of 21. He caught 3 passes for 53 yards, a long of 33. His day helped the Huskies move to 7-2 overall and 4-1 in the GLIAC. Nora and the Huskies will take to the road for the final time this regular season, traveling to number 25 Grand Valley State Saturday, a 2 p.m. kickoff. 9 Upper Peninsula High School football teams remain in the chase for a state title. One of those is Escanaba in Division 4. The Eskimos and Freeland Falcons proved why football can be a game of inches. Graham Johnson started things off for the Eskimos with a field goal. But that 3-0 lead would stay that way for nearly 3/4 of action. Then Nolan Bink connected with Alex Stahlberger to finally put Escanaba up 10-0. Freeland, though, wasn't ready to go home without any points. Falcons put together a nice drive with Max Haynes scoring on this touchdown run. Esky still had the advantage at 10-7. Then the orange and black would come right back downfield, and Bink would find Graham Johnson again, and then the 10-point lead would be reestablished at 17-7. However, another touchdown by Hayne would cut the deficit to 17-13. Freeland tried an onside kick as one last desperate measure trying to get the ball back, but it was a friendly bounce to the Eskimos and a 17-13 victory. Escanaba will host Big Rapids in a district final this Saturday. Meanwhile, in 8-player football Division II, North Dickinson welcomed St. Ignace to James D. Priestat Memorial Field. Saints scored in the first possession. Caden Lester, Chase Seeley, that was good for 10 yards. The 2-point conversion was good, and St. Ignace had a quick 8-0 lead. The Nordics then turn around and drive right downfield. Jason Graham plowed in from a couple yards to even the score at 8, just 2.5 minutes into the contest. St. Ignace regained the advantage when Caden Lester crossed the goal line from about 6 yards. Saints missed the conversion, but they had a 14-8 advantage. North Dickinson did not seem too concerned. Brady Youngworth gave the ball to Jason Graham, found the path up the middle down to the St. Ignace 22, gain of 40. He scored the touchdown, 16-14 after the conversion, and yes, North Dickinson coach Mike Christian likes wearing shorts on days of less than 50 degrees. Then Youngworth found Ty King with a TD pass. A good 2-point conversion made it North Dickinson 24-14. The teams exchanged interceptions. Chase Seeley for the Saints and then Tyler Fleming here for the Nordics. And a very good return set up another touchdown to make it 31-14 North Dickinson at the half. They went on to win 40-22. ND coach Mike Christian says his team has a quality that other teams do not have.
We kind of have an advantage, I think, on a lot of teams because our line, I have an offensive line and a defensive line, and so that causes a lot of teams issues because their lines are going both ways. We give up some points early, and then our kids just figure it out and come back and play hard. You know, that's the one thing. They're always playing hard. They never give up.
North Dickinson will host Lakeland and Hubble in a regional final Saturday. We'll be right back.
Shop hundreds of Lazy Boys at Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Kick back in comfort in an industry-leading recliner. Choose from all fabrics, colors, and sizes with prices starting as low as $4.99 plus free delivery. Shop Kirkish Furniture in Houghton today.
Wednesday, we have hosts, singers, and comedians. Your daughter, I hear, banned you from her volleyball game.
The score was 6-7.
Oh, you didn't.
And I yelled out, 6-7.
Next, Kelly. Everybody on this show today has an incredible voice.
You and Tony have talent, I just talk. That's the big difference here.
Big difference.
Kelly Clarkson just did my accent on television.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, tomorrow at 5 on WZMQ CBS.
Yes, we're on thin ice. And everything is going up in smoke. Still, some are adding fuel to the fire. While the rest of us see the troubled waters rising. Our planet is under the weather. But when the going gets tough, the tough get, well, you know. Because in the heat of this moment, we're not about to lose our cool. Love it or lose it.
The UP is a great place, but sometimes the weather changes quickly. You'll always be ready with the WZMQ 19 mobile app. Available free right now from the App Store. Your local weather power tool from WZMQ 19.
In a final check of your forecast, we do have cloudy skies and rain that wants to hit the ground. It's still very light rain at this very moment, but there is some more on the way into the overnight, with temperatures getting into the lower 40s, even some upper 30s. That's still comfortable compared to the big changes in temperatures that's on the way for the weekend. We could have some potential for the first measurable snowfall of the season, and I'll have more updates on that coming up tonight at 11 o'clock.
Kelly, thank you again. And finally tonight, amid the government shutdown, a UP organization is lending a helping hand to families in need of food assistance. Schoolcraft Memorial Hospital has opened its cafeteria, Southtown Cafe, to the public for free meals Monday through Friday. Families can present their SNAP cards to receive breakfast from 7:30 to 9 a.m. and lunch from 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Government employees can also receive free meals at the cafe. Participating households will receive a dozen eggs, a gallon of milk, and 1 loaf of bread each week. Hospital staff say they want to ensure no one goes hungry while supplementing essential nutrition needs. That's all the time we have for right now, everyone. We'll catch you back here again at 11:10 Central. See you then.
A plane crash at the Louisville airport.
A rapidly developing story in